Stranded in the open, dried out tears of sorrow, lacking all emotion, staring down the barrel, waiting for the final gates to open to a new tomorrow.
Collaboration is key for team success. With ClickUp,
Say all just 'cause I broke all the cages. No, I didn't take it. No, no. They let me put that, I guess they'll never learn. Every time I break, there's just more pain to burn. They'll never, never, never learn. Till the battle's won, still kingdom come. I'll never run. That's too many loyalty, 'cause I'm taking what you see. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me royalty. That's too many loyalty, 'cause I'm taking what you see. They'll be They'll be calling me royalty. They'll be calling me royalty. They'll be calling me royalty. Here we go.
I see the light inside you, brighter than the skies. Hold on, just let us escape and fly away tonight.
Chad, what is? I'm also soft 1-2. Kicks, give me a 1-2 there.
1-2, 1-2.
You want some more in your ear there?
Nah, I'm good, I'm good.
Sure, 1-2,
Yeah.
1-2. 1-2. All right, Chad, there we go. Maybe I was a little bit softer. Kicks, how are you feeling? Obviously, starting off the week right here.
Good, bro. Yeah, I think it's always a good one when you can start the week strong. So now it's just a case of just keeping that momentum.
Do you feel your stock is pretty high going into this week? Just as a trader, as an influencer.
I definitely feel it's
Price has gone up, Chad.
doing some numbers.
As my man Khaled would say, price just went up again, Chad. If you love the Keegan at 750 Rand a month, you're gonna love him at 3K a month. But Chad, I'm just saying, price just went up. How's everyone doing? Everyone doing well? How's everyone doing? Let me check the chat. Yeah, guys, you can't complain. Keegan could have ended that stream 5 minutes in. That could have been the quickest stream of your life. But he still hanged around.
Hang out with the boys a bit.
I don't know, these New York streams, I think to some extent it's going to become like a 30-minute stream. In, out, get your pips.
Hey, bro, but we had the numbers. We were just shy of 300 yesterday.
I saw that.
We had the
I
numbers
saw
there,
that.
boy.
Nah, it's, to do it on a public scale, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Chat, so yeah, no complaints here. Keegan giving you guys a beautiful, beautiful trade there. Also, one thing I have to commend Keegs on was the fact that the management was very well. There's things that we look at, and I think Keegan mentioned it in the stream where he said I was going for 1-to-1, and only Chris would really understand why, and I know exactly why he did that. So alrighty, chat, are you guys ready? It is going to be the official round 3 today, and we are in some gold shorts already, so I'm just letting you guys know. Off the 4 hour, we're going to talk about it now. I hope I don't get rinsed here after Sunday evening telling all the members, don't short this market, rather wait for the pullbacks to buy. But anyways, the 4 hour giving me enough confluences to actually take the short. And if I get clipped, that is perfectly fine with me. But the setup is there. So I'm just letting you guys know we'll go through that now. We just want to get through all of the pre-stream formalities. So before we start, as every day, we're going to pray here. And we pray a very simple prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Beautiful, beautiful. Alrighty, Chad, let's get straight into it. We're not going to waste any time here. I know you boys are ready, boys and girls. I know you guys are ready for some trades here this morning. Alrighty, let's check here, Chad. Something broke in the market this morning with gold. Just a massive pop. I don't know if there were some headlines coming out. Maybe just some headlines, but we'll check now. PPI coming out as expected in Germany. We've got quite a bit of Europe ECB data coming out. CPI at 11. Then a little bit later this afternoon, another big one, Canada. I don't know if you guys trade any of the Canadian doll hair pairs, but some CPI coming out of Canada a little bit later. And then later tonight, we've got some Fed speakers. So keep an eye out for that. I just want to do this real quick. All right, there we go. So nothing too much to look out for except 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, some of that European data. All right, chat. So going over to the daily on a DXY. Weekly, we've already talked about. Most likely we are going to come to this 200 weekly EMA, and we're almost there. So the bearish bias playing out beautifully. And then also the daily also breaking that structure. Yesterday we were bearish. I'm still bearish today. Big question is, at what stage do we start pulling back? We talked about all of these previous areas. We had like maybe 2 or 3 days where we trend, and then we go into a consolidation. All right, so we would trend for a day or two, and then we would go into a consolidation. So I think maybe one more down day, and then we're going to go into some type of consolidation again. So, but it is still bearish. We've taken a previous daily low We have now flipped back bullish on the day. That is very, very interesting. And why do I say that's interesting? Because if you take a previous daily low and you cannot stay below it and you flip bullish, this could have been the liquidity taken. But very easy for me going into the session. This section right here, that's going to be your block. If we reject off it, we are going lower. If we can push up through it, we are going higher. All right, chat, very, very simple. Daily on US 30, gapping up. Keegs, you also have a gap on your side.
On USD, yeah.
Yeah. Daily, beautifully, beautifully bullish. There's that range that we wanted to come and fill out, which we did. We spoke about that yesterday. We spoke about it at the start of the week. We are bullish. Nothing bearish about this market. Going into the session, previous daily high now been clipped, and also Asia highs there. So easy one for us is that level there. Only concern I would say is with the EQ. Previous weekly high, everything's sitting down here. So I don't know how Keegan sees this. But yeah, I think he would know, but we're going to chat about it. But very simple. There's your block. That is where you want to be trading from. So wait for that block to get tapped. If we come back in the Asia range, I think most of you know where we're going. If we hold it, I think you also know where we are going. Nasdaq, beautiful. Yesterday we were speaking about this previous breakout zone, and we said it's a make or break for Nas. Nas breaking higher. We were bullish on the week. We were bullish on the day. Beautiful breakout. Now we just have this little intermediate zone that we need to break through. Chad. All right. Let me just check here. Okay. We just have this little intermediate zone now to get through. At what stage? I don't know, Keeks. This feels a little bit uncomfortable. This is basically 3, 6, almost 9 days worth of bullish price action. At one stage, the market is going to take a breather. I don't know when, but just be very aware. But we are bullish. Previous daily high there. Beautiful to see. Previous daily high there. Still within the Asia range. Very uncomfortable spot to take trades from here. I'm going to say Asia highs and then previous daily highs. These are your two levels to monitor. All right. Gold. Real quick. Okay, that's our average entry price. Let me just go take you guys through the trade quickly on the 4 hour. Alrighty, okay, chat. Here's the thing. If you think about it, yesterday, that was yesterday's high there. We failed to continue higher. We then consolidated here, and then look at this 4 hour candle. 4 hour candle taking a previous daily high, taking a previous 4 hour high, engulfing that candle, breaking this minor structure level here. And the idea for me is that we can come to fill out this range. All right. This is the range that we are now in. My idea is that we can potentially come down to fill this range. All right. For the guys that don't know the 4 hour strat, we take the trade on the close of the 7 o'clock candle, opens at 3, closes at 7. That is the idea. Only thing is, it was looking good at one stage this morning, and then we had this massive jump here from Asia lows, from the daily pivot. So this does change things a little bit because we've taken Asia lows now. Asia highs are untapped. We've got this range here, but we're going to see. This is the trade that we are in. Checking the grids quickly. Let's just check the grid quickly. Oh, damn. We need some more grids here. Sorry, guys, before I forget. JSE, guys, I'm short on the JSE. Hang Seng closing down almost 0.65%. So taking a little bit of a stab there at the JSE short. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, Chad, gold. Yeah, gold is still super bullish. I was bullish yesterday. I'm still very, very bullish on it. We're at the daily flip zone, so might get clipped here quickly this morning, but that's also fine. Yeah. But I like the pullback idea. Me and Keegan spoke about it. We like the pullback idea. So, yeah, that's the position. Going into the session, though, for the scalps, I'm going to say we've got two levels that we're going to monitor. This 2500 key level, psychological level there. And then for any upward movements, we're going to watch 2505. All right, Chad. But that is me. We can go over to Keith. Just your price label a little bit to the right there.
I don't know why, bro. I had to move it. Like the same size screen, but
There's a
when I was on yours yesterday, I had to adjust it.
to put it
Yeah.
on the other side. All right.
Okay, so yeah, guys, let's start off with DXY over here. So very, very simple, guys. For me, we spoke about this yesterday. If you guys were on the stream, I told you, Prodigy members, we knew exactly what we were looking for here. But even yesterday, I told you guys, 101.550. We can see that obviously getting tapped quite nicely for us. The close below and now targeting our next area. So what does that mean for me, guys? Obviously, our next level, 100,900. So going to be interesting. I don't think we're just going to fly to that zone. I would be a bit surprised if that did happen. But going to be a big one. So I wouldn't be now looking for a little bit of a pullback, a potential pullback. Something at least seeing that dollar strength coming back into that monthly S2. Because now we finally, as you see, there was the hold, basically price fighting. This was the breakaway candle. So now we want to see that retest to obviously continue further down. So have that little bit of bullish momentum, whereas we always talk about short-term bullish strength. When we're looking here on the lower time frames, obviously we can see a little bit of a gap down. Then basically trading. So Asia highs, we want to see obviously Asia lows, Asia highs being price holding here. If we continue probably breaking that previous daily low, good chance we take out those Asia lows, and we just want to see that bearish momentum again today. But if we can get above, good chance if we can hold Asia highs, we are going back to that monthly S2. We can see the EQ and the daily pivot around that area. So nice area for prices to trade back to for the retest. Then going over to NASDAQ. NASDAQ, as Chris said, I am quite bullish, but it's been quite a few days of bullish pressure if we see. So going to be an interesting one. Obviously, we do have earnings coming out relatively soon. But what we're going to be looking for here on the 4 hour is it's very simple. We've obviously broke this level of resistance, so we want to see a turn support. So with that gap up, I wouldn't be, what I'd ideally like to see is a retest of that level and then trading bullish after that, probably to that weekly R1. So on the 50 minute, we can see it very, very nicely again, Asia lows. So there was your market, the quick dip down for your Asia lows, trading back up Asia highs, and again holding that previous daily highs we can see there. So almost literally the complete opposite to what DXY is doing. So trading quite nice, quite simple. If that is the case, we're going to start targeting those Asia highs. If we break Asia highs, we just want to see the hold and continuation to the top side for that weekly R1. Otherwise, if we do break underneath the previous daily high, quite frankly, Asia lows, there comes that retest. We want to see price hold and then get that bullish momentum. Keeping in mind that the daily pivot and EQ underneath us, also around about the monthly pivot. So since we have had a breakaway of this level, that does become a nice target for us to go retest the monthly pivot. And as we say, daily pivot EQ around those levels before we continue bullish in the long term. So going to be an interesting one there. Then with US 30, what are we looking at here? Again, still very, very much bullish, guys. Difference is we know obviously what we're targeting. Yesterday, we did test these little highs of the body closures a little bit, closing below, but still overall have very, very lots of momentum. So probability tells us we are still continuing. We've got this level untested, which we still need to go for to go sort that out. Again, we can see again, this was the halt, this was the fail. So we always talk about it. You're again, very simple. Your trade, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. So quite frankly, if you this is now our accumulation. I'd like to see a little bit more manipulation before we distribute again. So very, very simple there with the indices. So what are we looking for here, and why would I say that? Again, you can see on the lower time frames, gap up, Asia lows set, back to Asia highs, holding the midday range, and then breaking Asia highs. So I'd love to see that fake out of the high of the day, trading down to get those Asia lows that are untested. Obviously, daily pivot EQ is now down below us, so we could even get something like that. And then obviously the big move coming after that, once we've tested this, to, as I say, that manipulation move, and then the big bars starting to come late into the session today. So that's what I'm going to look for. But again, am expecting price to get to this 41,000 area. Then lastly, with gold. Gold is the interesting one for me. As we said, I am bullish, but I'm more neutral on gold. Reason being is, as I said, we want to see a pullback. I'm still not satisfied with this level of a pullback. It has left a nice long wick there for us. So I do want to see that wick being chased a bit. Monthly R1, and that's the thing, guys, as much as the month is still not done, I do believe we are hitting that level. But what does that mean? So again, we are this daily key level here now. This is still the ideal area. Our weekly pivot is down there, so that already is a sign of something. I want to see us trade to this, hold that level, then we can hold the weekly pivot and trade up for that monthly R1. But again, when we start looking at this on the 4 hour, this becomes you a little bit of a halt. So two things here now, and this is where it gets why I'm saying I have a neutral position, is we are holding this level, which again we always talk about. At a high, you want to see volume. So the fact we're not seeing volume in that big breakaway, that's the first thing. Second thing, this thing can become your manipulation. So what do we say? This was your big bullish move. As Chris always told you, buy the first pullback. Now you're back here holding this level, can continue bullish. But again, that's the thing for me. If we cannot get away from this level, the 2500, I think there's a good chance of that pullback coming in. 2500 is going to be the key for us. The big thing is on the lower time frames, we can see Asia lows being tested and the daily pivot right about there. And again, that psychological 2500. So if we fail to have those bars start coming to life now, basically breaking Asia highs and running, and we pull back to that psychological level, I do think third time's the charm, and we're going to see that break. Again, EQ, the 200, nice and low there behind us. And again, we can possibly be looking at that wick fall to the downside. But again, this all comes around with also if the dollar can come into the play as well as we said, that short-term bullish strength. So going to be an interesting one. As I said, quite dollar weakness, bullish on the indices, but gold, I'm in a bit of a neutral short-term position. But that's everything from my side.
Alrighty, Chad. Beautiful. Alright, before we go any further, Joseph911, please email support@vaultfunder.trade, my brother. I don't think trades are just closed for no reason. Either you hit daily loss limit, and please remember, Chad, it's not about closed trades, it's about your running equity, all right? So even if your equity dips below 5% for 2 or 3 seconds, that's a breach. Otherwise, you can just hold trades into perpetuity and never close out in a loss, all right, Joseph? So please, my brother, just email support@vaultfunder.trade. Nobody, please don't think there's somebody sitting behind a screen waiting to close your trade. Absolutely not. So there's very good reason for your trade being closed. And then after you've received feedback from support, please come back on the stream again and tell us what it was, all right? But Chad, markets are opening up in 6 minutes here. I'm going to get through the fundamental chat here real quick as well. Warren J starting us there with a big 3-pack of peaches to get the day started. But as always, let's get through the fundamental chat. Dylan Savage yesterday saying that he is unfortunately not able to do his section, but that is completely fine. Slashy, we're going to start off with Slash. Gold price oscillates in a barrow range as bulls await more cues about the Fed's rate cut path. A modest USD recovery along with a positive risk turn acts as a headwind for gold. Dovish Fed expectations and geopolitical tensions should lend support to the safe haven metal. While we're actually on that, let's just check quickly. Fed futures, let's check there. All right. Okay, downside of Japanese yen could be limited as BOJ is highly... dude, yeah, I don't even think, Chad, going forward, let's not waste our time with any of the yen news. It's like one day they're cutting, one day they dovish, one day... That's why we're not trading yen. So, biggest BS I've seen in my life from a central bank. US dollar gains ground as treasury yields attempt to retrace recent losses. Euro USD reaches an 8-month high of 11087 on Tuesday. CME's FedWatch tool indicates a 76%. That's what we've got on year for a 0.25. I think it's relatively locked in, Chad. The 0.25 cut, I think, is locked in. Euro holds minor losses ahead of the harmonized index of consumer prices data from the European Monetary Union on Tuesday. That's Mr. Dylan Savage news report. Okay, beautiful. BG pound remains capped under 1,300. Focus on Fed speak. Aussie dollar declines due to risk-off mood. Downside seems limited due to the hawkish RBA. Silver price pulls back to 1950 after tensions easing. Asian stocks buoyed by rate cut hopes. Apple poised to win in AI, but that's already priced in, says Moffat Nathanson. Goldman Sachs, JPM, see S&P 500 hitting new highs in coming months. Powell to communicate that Fed is open to 50 basis point rate cut. I don't think so. August jobs data will determine size. All right, I agree with that. Jobs number is really going to be big again. Keeks, I don't know about you, but I think to some extent CPI is not the event for us anymore, Chad. I'm just putting it out there. I think the big thing now is going to come back to the strength of the economy. We're going to talk about it now, but I'm going to tell you why I don't think we're going to have another CPI like we had 2 CPIs ago. CPI is dead now, but we're going to talk about it now. In other news, the US was so great. Why did someone go ahead and make the USB great again? I saw that actually on Instagram. Brilliant. But Chad, all right, we've got 2 minutes here. Why do I say the CPI is not going to have the same effect anymore? Okay. Remember, if you think about it, inflation. What did inflation do? Inflation pressured the consumer, all right? Inflation was higher prices. All of a sudden, your let's say you're earning 1,000 Rand a month. That 1,000 Rand didn't get very far because of inflation. So the first battle they had was purely get inflation down, all right? Now that inflation is back to a point of, I want to say, very close to neutral, it is now a case of the labor market. Let's just call it LM, labor market. The labor market is now a concern because firstly, you try to help the consumer here by paying less for stuff. But now it's one thing paying less, but it's another thing if you lose your job. How are you going to pay for it? All right. So now the big focus is back on the health of the US economy. And that's why I'm thinking the labor market becomes the main driver now going forward. The labor market is what's going to give cues. Things like GDP, household spending, all of that, it's all going to come back to a normalized market where CPI is not the major driver again. So tongue-in-cheek maybe a little bit, but I think CPI is dead for the rest of the year, Chad. CPI, we're still going to trade it, but don't expect CPI to be the way it was, all right? Up, and the only way CPI is going to be big now is if CPI at the next print jumps above 3. But anything under 3, non-event. Personally, that's just the way I see it. Could be completely wrong, but yeah, that's my 2 cents. I don't know about you, Keeks.
Yeah, it's... I think we're definitely going to have it in that case, but I think it's purely an idea of maybe not the next 1 or 2. It will come again, but right now, yeah, I agree with you. I think it's gonna feel more maybe a little bit like an NFP event.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Until for a while, and then it will go back to being the CPI that we know nowadays. Gigadonia, how do I renew Project G subscription? Brother, just go onto the website again and literally purchase it again. Again, we are literally in the process of getting the debit orders sorted for you guys. But yeah,
Chad, markets are open and in motion, baby. This is the official round 3. Ding, 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 ding. Fight.
hey, Ethan, morning G's, hectic week ahead in front of me. Don't think we'll be able to join any of the streams. Just saw 11.6k followers. Had to pop in and say congrats. Check you guys next week. Channel growth is insane. Yeah, it's really been picking up, guys. And trust me, we aren't stopping anytime soon. Chris and myself were talking about some big plans coming up for the rest of the year to close off.
Yeah. We're going to blitz.
Because you know what we do. As things get to the end, you got to ramp it up.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Chad, all right. So for the guys that are in the gold shorts with me, yeah, it can still bounce any way. All right. So I'm just letting you guys know. We're not managing it on the 5. Okay, we're managing it on the 4 hour. And what I can tell you already is if in the next 2 hours, if this 4 hour candle closes above here, I would kill the trade. All right, because then it's a break of structure, back to the upside, and we are on completely on the wrong side here. But other than that, there's our trade. JSE trade running nicely so far, halfway to take profit. Let's just check here. Right, not a massive move on the cash market, but a decent size move on IG. I don't know if you guys can see this. Is it on my screen? Yeah. There's the 2 cons that I've got on. That's the target there, just 350. Still hectically bullish though. Like I told Ed this morning before I took the trade, I said the only concern for me is we are at all-time highs, and I hate shorting anything at all-time highs. But Hang Seng closing somewhat bearish, so maybe we get a little bit of a pullback. But those are the trades that we are in, Chad. Alrighty, let's see. Let me see. Did we miss anything in the chat there, Keeks? I'm great, my G. Guys, Vault Funder, okay. These NYSE are too short, man. Keeks, we need to stay till No, Keeks made it quick for you guys. Alrighty, let's check here. Do you teach what to look for when trading and using Prodigy, or just tell the guys what's going to happen? And if you are not, are you guys planning on teaching it? No, we teach.
We teach. It's not like there's a course, but if you just, like, we explain everything. So the more and more you stay around, you are going to learn.
Yeah, we basically, yeah, I don't know, Chad, the guys that are in Prodigy, would you say we teach it? Let me know, because I feel we teach it, because we every night before a big event we've got like a hour session where we talk about what we're looking at. So we already know the night before what we're doing the next day.
Mr. M, I thought didn't you literally ask me yesterday about Project G?
I feel like Mr. M is one of those guys that has his own mentorship group, and then he wants to learn something here and take it back.
Yeah, I had a guy message me yesterday, bro, and that's the thing. Funny enough, I think Chris is actually the one that will. Actually, no, not funny enough. Chris definitely is the one that's nicer out of the two of us. But a guy messages me yesterday and he goes, "Hey, bro, like I just want to find out. So, do you teach your strategy and do you teach how you guys trade news, or is it just a thing of we have to stay around to be part of it?" And I said, "Nah, bro. Like you can become part of it. You learn, but yeah, there's not a course. Like that's not what we're doing here. That's not what it's about." And he goes, "Oh, okay. So it's just a way to keep guys there." So I said, "Listen, yeah, my bad." I was like, "No one asked you to join. So quite frankly, I can blacklist you ahead of the time. Otherwise, don't waste my time, please." And then he just like read the message and replied, like, "Guys, I'm not going to kiss your ass to join Project G." And I definitely don't think Chris is going to either.
Chad, this is one thing with the news. As much as there's guidelines to what we do, it's still a lot of it's still discretionary, Chad. It's still about developing a thesis. It's still about considering a lot of elements and bringing that together. So it's not like there's an ABC formula for trading news. And but I am actually giving out my new strat on what's the name?
What is your video sitting at?
It's slow.
I saw your one did well.
Which one?
The one did like 10k. Like I know you're aiming for bigger, yeah, but I'm saying the fact you started, it's showing that you are picking up momentum again now.
Oh, you're talking about the 10k one, or close to 10k.
Yeah. You did have one that picked up. Because you're 5, 4, 2, 8, 8.
I think they shadow ban
9,
you.
5.
I think they shadow ban you for a while up until you start doing consistent numbers again.
No, 100%.
And
But that's
then-
what I say. I think the fact you are starting to break out a bit more now, I think it's showing it.
And I think once they can see consistency again, they'll start feeding.
Yeah.
All right, Chad. This little gold trade coming back to life, back at break even. If you took it, when I told you guys it was sitting up here, so I think some of you are sitting half decently in profits. But for me, it's the 4 hour, Chad. That is what I'm looking at. This 4 hour needs to close bearish. If the 4 hour can close bearish, I think we're solid. Otherwise, we are in some trouble here.
Shush. Bro.
What now?
Wait, there's levels to this, bro. There's levels to this now.
That is mad.
Like, you know, like it's stupid, but like, what becomes the next target? Like 10.
No, we'll just keep going. Like, and remember, I told not Andy, Andrew Glaze.
Yeah.
Chad, another guy that's just a normal is like a runner, but he posts like all of his stuff. And I showed Keeks the one day. That man in a month, like I think his impressions are 35 million, and that is levels.
Nah, there's levels to this game, bro. 100%. That's crazy.
Chad, yeah, I'm looking at this JSE trade. Yes, we're going against the broader trend here, and
Mr. M, just go check out the website there. Check out the website. It will tell you everything on the website, what's included in Project G.
Yo, Chad, JSE trade is I want to check if I can throw an indicator on here. Is it possible? Oh, I can.
Or are you trying to throw an indicator on now?
No, the thing with the JSE trade is like this thing can hurt you, my dude. And yeah, like this is purely a pullback trade. I am super bullish on the market. Volume weighted. And gold, yeah, dude, I don't know. Gold is a little bit of a mixed bag. Gold is a little bit of a mixed bag. Indicators. Yeah, for the guys that took the JSE trade with me, just be on standby. Might cut the trade a little bit earlier. Still slightly in profit, but I'm just monitoring a level here. And if we can get through that level, then I'm happy to hold. Otherwise,
Oh, it's in profits now.
yeah, it's barely in. It's in profits, but barely.
Oh, okay.
But there's a level I'm watching. If we cannot get through that level, I'm just gonna kill it at entry, because it is a bullish market. It is a bullish market. Weekly R1. Chat, and gold, obviously gold is a tricky one. Keeps you neutral on it, eh?
Yeah. I want to sell more because I want that pullback
Yeah.
before continuing, but yeah, it's just a case of what we're gonna get.
Alright. Okay. Yeah, my only concern is this. Kicks on gold. All of that liquidity. All of this, Chad, is just a target for price to just bust through there. But yeah, can't manage the trade on the 5 minute.
Nah, I still think it's solid.
I think even if it just gives us the range pullback, I think it's good. I think even if it just gives us this little range pullback to here at least. Daily S1. 1 hour 45. Alright, chat, JSE 30 seconds. Starting to look alright. Just want to show you guys quickly what I'm looking at here. This little level there, Chad, just looking at that. If we can start breaking below it, this is your VWAP. So for you guys that don't know, it's your volume weighted moving average. So it just uses volume and price. And you can see for the most part that the JSE, this is something more used in stocks. Not really something used in FX, but it basically uses the volume and it uses the price. And that's why I'm saying if we cannot get through the VWAP here, I will be killing the trade. So that's what I'm monitoring here. I'm going to give it one more 5 minutes, and then we're going to just close it basically at entry. But we're going to need to get through that level shortly. Let me check here. All right. Gold. There's that daily flip zone. But get ready for the scalps, Chad. Remember we said we are looking for some scalping opportunities here. We've held the 200 EMA on the 5 minutes, and now it's a question of, can we break above? Can we hold above? Also remember, your daily flip zone is a support and resistance level as well, Chad. So if you hold above your daily flip zone, it is bullish. If you hold below it, it is bearish. Okay, so check, what time was that? What is that? 2 minutes left. Chad, yeah, it's currently holding view up there. Actually, I have an idea here. How much more do you give it though? Hasn't really moved though. What is that? 2 minute, 1 minute 30 left. Okay, let's check here. Alright, chat, here we go. Alright, 1 minute left.
You can do it. Wait, 1 minute left for what?
No, for the JSE trade.
Oh. Were you gonna kill it or you? Let it
No,
run?
kill it.
Oh.
Just want to check 30 seconds. Yeah, chat. Yeah. There's that VWAP I told you guys about. So actually killing both trades here. Both contracts. Okay, let me just kill them, yeah. Alright. Here's the thing, Chad. If you look at the VWAP, every single day, check here quickly yesterday. Yesterday we were supposed to be in the bars. I missed it. We still called it out here. And you can see that it consistently holds above that VWAP level, the lower band. Also, we took the shorts up there and multiple times failed to break below it. You can see there, break into it, held. Tried to break lower, held. So that's why I said can't be short if we're not holding or breaking below that level. So this is a super bullish market. Even though the Hang Seng closed down 0.67, the Hang Seng is not at all-time highs, Chad. Okay, so even though I was expecting this type of price action for the JSE, the thing is the Hang Seng is not at all-time highs. Let me just show you guys. This is where the Hang Seng is trading, and this is where the JSE is trading at all-time highs. So it's two different elements on the day in context of where they are trading. And for most of you that know me, know that I do not like to short anything at an all-time high level, right? Because there's nothing to look left to. There's no resistance. It is an all-time high level. People get super bullish once you're at all-time highs. That's when you get that euphoria effect where everyone is jumping on now. Okay, so that is why I'm not going to sit through that trade there. Would I go long? No. Because again, Nikkei closed up 1.85% on the day. Hang Seng closing down 0.65. It's a little bit of a mixed bag for me in Asia. So, no. And then the gold trade 4 hour, we're going to need to wait for this 4 hour to see where it closes. This is our management level where we will manage the trade up here. If we break above that on the 4 hour, what's going to happen is we're going to then start moving up to that previous weekly high level and then start punching through. Otherwise, what I would love is for us to trade back into this range all the way down there, consolidate before the next move up, or even, as Keegan suggested in his analysis earlier in the week, is Keegan still has an idea where we come back to test these levels there. That is the ideal. That is also the ideal for me, because then this just solidifies this breakout we had above these previous all-time high levels. Otherwise, they're going to remain untested, and yeah, then we're sitting with that that knowing that it's still untested, right? What is this?
I don't know, so bro, you like on like a mini rave there? Or?
Dude, I don't know what playlist this is. I'm trying to mix up the playlist here. But NCS giving us some videos. Let's check here. Playlist. NCS best. Do we go back to our standard one, chat? This is the standard. Wait, here's it. I think all of us know this tracks off by heart now. Sheesh. In US right now, who's in the US? Are you in the US right now? Chris, your bias is bullish for gold, but you're shorting Jex. Yes, because of the 4 hour Mo strat. So remember, we're taking the 4 hours. So here's the thing with this strat is your anchor candle is this one here. And then on that anchor candle, you take what structure you've got. So purely forget all the other bias. We're literally looking at what this candle is telling us. And if this candle is giving us any type of structure, and it's giving us a previous daily high being taken, closed bearish, right at a previous resistance area up here. So that was the idea there. So irrespective of my bias, this candle here is what forms the bias for the trade. All right. So also a very mechanical strategy. You can't overthink it too much. But I am bullish on the day. I was bullish yesterday as well. However, never got the trade. Never got the trade yesterday. We were stuck in this range here. Then a little bit later, we were waiting for this retest here. Retest failed. And then it was just a clean move all the way to the downside. And then later, yesterday when I got home, I don't know if you guys saw, but this was back in Asia range there. This was beautiful for me. Didn't take it though. That right there at the 200. Beautiful there. Expecting it to come back inside of the Asia range, which it did. So I don't know who capitalized on that. Only thing for me was this. You could have taken the break of the highs there. A little bit risky on a Monday considering we nipped Asia highs here. Literally just a nip and tuck. But anyways. But yeah, Jakes, it's based on the 4 hour. Cannot manage it on the 5. But I will say, however, that in terms of a scalp position, I can still look at a scalp if we can hold above 2505. Alright, if we can hold above 2505, we are solid to go and test Asia highs. Otherwise, exact same thing what happened yesterday with price. Breaking above a certain level around about this time, 10 o'clock. This was yesterday, 10 o'clock, yeah. 10 o'clock pushing up and then having the blitz down. So could this be the same scenario here? I don't know. But if we hold 2505 this morning, previous weekly highs definitely on deck. We can have another beautiful push to the upside. So we'll see. Chad, then just to come back to that, look at that. So holding VWAP there and now pushing away. Beautiful. But yeah, checks, that's the idea. But as always, if we hold this level, more than happy to look for the longs. Not going to touch the 4 hour trade. That is a different trade idea, all in its own. But in terms of the scalps, if we can hold here, I think we can look for those longs. Let's check here in US, in us. Okay.
Hey, bro, that's a dope tweet. So, Kamara Usman,
Yeah.
did you see the tweet he put out afterwards?
Uh-uh.
So, it's a photo of all of the African champs.
Yeah.
So, Usman, Drickus, all of them. And then he basically put out there, he's like, yo, we've now moved on from the 3 kings to the 4 horsemen.
Sheesh.
I was like, that's dope,
Send it to me.
That's dope.
Kigs, I'm just going to throw on your screen. I just want to pee quick. That is dope.
That's sick. But Usman and Ngannou, Chad, those guys are still beasts. That's Kamara. I appreciate it. Yeah, Duplessis. Chan cheese, what's up? Rather late than never. 100%, bro. That's the way. Yeah, so gold, as we said, got Asia highs now, DXY. Still also holding, hasn't really failed yet. So the potential for that gold to sell off is still there. Literally everything going bullish. So for me, not really a market condition I wanna trade in. So we're gonna see. Guys, I thought I was the only one there. I was thinking it was like, am I hearing voices? Yeah, but it's like apparently I think it's in the song. Morning guys, sorry for being late for the opening bell. It's all good. But yeah, I think, yeah, guys, honestly, just waiting. We're not going to force things, as I said. Just take it chill, take it easy. See what happens. Neil, I don't know. Did Chris answer that question of yours? What do you mean by daily flip zone? If not, it's basically, my brother, if you just look on the daily candle. So it's the point at which the daily candle has now flipped from a bullish candle to a bearish candle. So you're obviously at the open of the candle. So yeah, you'll just mark that as your open. You can have your line there. So let's just say it's this. I want to go. Let's just do that on the 15. Yeah. So you'll see it. Yeah. This point. Yeah. 2503.7. That's your daily flip zone. So once we go underneath this, the candle is now flipped to a bearish candle. So yeah, that's simply what we are facing. I'm back on the charts after almost 2 weeks. It feels like I don't know what's going on. Lol. Stian, bro, I feel the same. I actually said to Chris the last time when I was on holiday, when you come back, it can be like 3 days, 4 days away from the charts, and you come back, you like, what the hell am I looking at?
What do you guys mean by the daily flip zone?
I just answered it.
Oh, did you answer it? Does it make sense?
Sure. I'll do your Pinot, bro.
It's the first time I think I've seen Keegan pee. This man has got a big satchel, Chad. He can usually hold that pee. Let's check here. All right, guys, holding 2505. We've got 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. Let's see if we can clip a little scalperino here. Gonna need to break some structure back to the upside. Otherwise, if we come back below 2505, we're gonna go back in the range. Gold has just been super slow during London. I was actually reviewing some charts on the weekends, and London for gold has just been, this has been London every single day for the most part. Like range, and then late session breakouts, but then also trying to get into the move then just becomes relatively tough. But let's see. Oh yeah, giveaway. Let me actually get that ready. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you for reminding me. We're going to do that giveaway today, Chad. Let me just get that ready on the other side here. Instagram picker. Okay, give me 1 second. 2 giveaway winners here today. All right, Chad, get, let's just see, let's just see, 10 seconds. What is it doing? Oh, it's barely a closure above. It's barely a closure above. Only concern here is that wick there. But let's see, Chad, I'm gonna go with a buy stop if I can get it in time. Let me just change my. All right, Chad, I've got a buy stop here. break of those highs. Only thing is the spreads are pretty bad here on. Okay, I'm in it already. Damn. Okay. Not even there yet, but I got executed there, Chad. Believe it or not, with FTMO. So my execution is there. Price is here. Stops are gonna be around about 25 pips. 25 pips stop on this one. 25 pips there. Alright. And the target is going to be Asia. No, not Asia highs. The target is actually going to be the previous weekly high. Alright. Actually 25.10. So 25.10. That is the target. 25.10. Alright. So there's the trade. Previous daily high. This is going to be the second test.
Are you
Today.
fading yourself?
Yeah. Yeah. We're keeping it market neutral, yeah.
Are you still in the sell?
Yeah. The sales are. No. So this is what I told
be
the guys.
fair,
I
it
can't.
can work.
I can't manage the 4-hour trade on a 5-minute.
Yeah.
But then also the scalp is valid. We said 2505 if we hold there, which we did.
Well, the thing is, you could even get a pump, like that quick pump,
And then the drop.
and then the drop. So, if would your other one survive the pump though?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the other one, the stop is 25.10.57. But remember, my size is bigger on this one, so it's technically almost gonna be a market neutral event for me. Chad,
I got
okay.
you.
Previous daily high, we back at Asia highs. Let's just go break even on the bars here. Let's just go break even on those ones there. Break even. Okay, so break even on that. Yeah, very, very weird scenario here, Chad. In the 4-hour sells, in the scalp buys. Don't ask me about it. Don't ask me about it. But yeah, previous weekly high. Chad, this is where the volume can really pump in. And I'm not going to now try and swing the scalp now because I'm in the shorts on the other one. So it's basically a case of you clap the bars, you're still going to be barely in. I don't know. It is a weird day. It is a weird day. But yeah, that is the trade there. This feels weird now. It's like you win, but you lose as well. It's like, bro. It's like, what is that one joke where they say the definition of mixed emotions is, I think it's something to do with your mother-in-law driving down a cliff, but in your new car. And it's like, that is the definition of mixed emotions. Alrighty, Chad. I just want to show you guys for full transparency. There's the cells. There's the buy. The buy is obviously 3.5 lots, and the cells are 1 lot each. So in all essence, so gonna walk away basically 0.5% down if this thing pumps through. Is that move on NAS a liquidity sweep? Let me just check NAS, yeah. It could be. It could be. Could be Jex. Definitely could be. Like we said, it's a little bit in no man's land. But let's check gold here. Chad, mixed emotions. If you didn't catch the swing this morning, beautiful. You are smiling. If you took the swing with us, you're crying a little bit. We crying. I don't know if you guys are crying, but we crying a little bit. It's like, why do you do the swing trades as well? Did 450 pips the 1 week, so we can't not take it. Good time to take gold sells now. Andre, no man. No man, Andre. Come on. Chris Alsby say hou van die waaghalsige kribo. Nah, Chad, this is kak. But let's get Oh, Chad. Okay, listen here. The Cinderella story here, Keeks. The Cinderella story is we hit TP here on this trade, which we're about to do. And then we just reverse dramatically. And we just flash down. And we can put that on a movie. But highly unlikely, Chad. Highly unlikely. Because we're already above Asia highs. This is the previous. There, we're at the previous weekly high. And this is usually where even the fake out, even if it's going to fake out, it's going to pump through here. It's going to pump through and then it would do something like that. So either way, yeah, we're in a cuck one here, Chad, for the guys. Okay, give me a 1 if you took the swing position as well this morning. Let me just check here. Give me a 1 if you took the swing this morning with us. Give me a 1. Hey, okay, so some boys are in 2 trades here. R&D hedge. No, there's no R&D here for me. There's just we trade. Okay, so some of you, okay, give me a 2 if you only took the buys here this morning. Give me a 2 if you only took the buys here this morning. Okay, so mixed emotions in the chat here this morning. This morning was a good one if you were late. Okay, so the boys that came in late, it was a good one for you. All right, Chad, we about to hit TP on that position. Wait for it. Wait for it. There, okay, TP has been hit and stops has been hit on the other one. So literally, okay, Chad. So not a bad result. Not a bad result considering we had a 1.7% risk on the swing. We made a 1.4, so we're walking away with minus 3.6 gigs. I think minus 0.36. So all honesty, I would say mixed emotions. A little bit of a mixed emotion, yeah. But considering okay, look at that, Chad. Yeah, like I said, there we go. There we go. Daily flip zone. Previous daily high, Asia high. 4 hour got wrecked. That 4 hour trade there. Okay, 4 hour trade absolutely demolished. And that was always going to be the risk. Like I said, for me, I was super bullish on gold. However, this did give me the idea that we can come back in the range like we have done on gold multiple times, where we create a range, we come back into the range, and then we pump up. Similar to what we had here, create a range, come back in. So no harm, no foul done there. This is part of the trading game. And there she goes. My goodness. Sheesh. And then just to show you guys, look at that VWAP holding there on the JSE. So good management there as well. We can't even do the influencer thing. It's a W and a L. It's like, Chad, everyone that took just the W, give me a W in the chat. Everyone that took the W and the L, give me a WL. We can actually do that.
That's actually quite funny, bro.
Let's do this. Chad, okay. All right. Tuesday morning, yeah. And yeah, this is what schizophrenia on the charts look like when you took an early morning swing position on the shorts, and then on the scalps you took a long, so ending off the session there minus 0.36%. There's the buys. So if you only took the buys this morning, give me a W. If you took the buys and the sells, give me a WL. So a little bit of a mixed emotion here. Chad is divided here this morning. And we've got some W's, we've got some WLs. But end of the day, this is trading. We adapt or we die. So some lob wedges there. Not even WLs, LW there from Craig. But Chad, yeah, unfortunate events here this morning. But we adapt. WW, okay. If it becomes a www.win if you took 3 bars. But no, Chad, I think, like I said this morning, and like Keegan also mentioned last time to me.
There's the daily R1 we were talking about.
Almost at that monthly R1 we also spoke about. So, like Keegan also said, not preaching back to me what I preached to Mo, but he said, bro, you can't be taking 4-hour trades and managing them on the 5. So that one I was never going to manage on the 5, and we got to stick to it, okay? As much as this one sucked here, guess how much it sucked last week when we were buying gold here, all right? When was it? We bought gold somewhere here. I think it was on this candle. And then we managed it for a break even, and that sucked. All right, but at least we can still scalp. A little bit of a mixed bag for me. Good to see that I can still scalp. Chris, let's go. No, Ruben, you know what? The 4 hours got a lot of... the 4 hours got a lot of validity to it. The 4 hours got a lot of validity to it. And this could have gone the other way as well. And then you would have been smiling. But the 5 minute, there was the trade. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful trade. 2510 previous weekly high. That's now going to become a level going into the session. All right, going into the rest of the session, previous weekly high. If we cannot hold that, then this becomes the fake out. Because remember, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday usually creates the bottom or the top wick. I'm not saying I'm bearish on gold, but it's just a case of we can see a deeper pullback. Okay. Where is Andy? Alrighty, Chad, let's do the giveaway now for the first giveaway. Let's quickly check here where you guys are. Alright, first giveaway winner is avoid duplicate tags. Okay. Are they going to ask us to pay here? Try as free. Okay. Let's do this. Alrighty. Who is the winner here today? 37 comments. Who is the winner?
For a moment, I was like, did Andy Steele Smith just win his own giveaway?
Let's check your chat. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, McNeil Wayne. Love from the Peach Nation. McNeil, are you here, my brother?
Do they have to be to claim it?
I think no, don't have to be. No.
I was gonna say
No, that would be wrong.
I don't think that
No.
was stated in
No,
it.
no. It will just be cool if McNeil is on here. But I feel I'm greedy. McNeil, are you here?
Yeah, Dylan, my thing is, bro, that as I said, the daily R1's there. Yeah, we do want to see the monthly R1 being tapped, but the daily R1 is already a nice like TP area, if you want to call it that.
Okay, that's our first winner, Chad. Let's get the second winner going here. How do I go incognito, Keeks?
It's on the right somewhere. So
Incog.
you gotta open a new one, but you'll go new incognito window.
Oh, I checked there. Okay, beautiful. Just utilizing these free spins here, Chad. Okay, that's the first winner there. So just want to get alrighty, now over to the second one. Oh, you listening? I thought, what the heck? Oh, am I playing a video here? Chat, okay. Let's go, yeah. Okay, second giveaway winner. Let's go. Okay, let's check your second one. Alrighty, this is gonna be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it is Franco Munich. All right, I think Franco. I don't know if Franco has won before, but I know Franco has been on the channel. He's been in the chat for quite a bit. Franco, let's check. Is Franco on your Franco Munich? Beautiful. Alrighty, chat. That is our 2 winners here this morning. Franco. Yeah, but yeah, there's Franco. Beautiful. How do you determine the monthly R1 if price hasn't reached that level yet? Ryan, it's an extension target. Please go to Investopedia pivot points if you want to know exactly how it's calculated. Pivot points is using past data. It's not a lagging indicator. It uses, there's the formula. For instance, your pivot takes the previous session. Depending, here's the thing, with pivots, there's certain times. If you're looking at a weekly pivot, it is using a weekly high, weekly low, plus the close divided by 3. So this is how all of those levels are determined. So for instance, your R1 is your pivot price times 2 minus the low of that period. So these are basically the 3 elements it uses throughout. And then once you've calculated the pivot, then you pop in your pivot there and the rest. All right, so that's how pivots are determined. We use an indicator. We actually have our own 2G's indicator that basically has got all of the elements that we use into one indicator. So you don't actually have to even have a premium membership. We've built it all into one.
Adel, just by the way, it's not FMC tomorrow.
It is minutes. It is minutes. Big difference between the minutes and between actual FOMC. Chad, but that is the session for me. I'm not going to lie to you. That was the only thing. Just going back to this trade, I'm very happy with this trade that we took. Nothing wrong with it. We took a previous daily high. We took a previous 4-hour high. We had a nice little liquidity sweep there. We had a minor break of structure here. We're back in the range. At one stage, we were actually sitting quite nicely here. The trade was up quite a bit when we were down here. Completely reversed, and that's fine. And then also looking on the lower time frames, we did actually talk about these 2 zones going into the session. There was your sell zone. If we broke below these 2 levels there was our buy zone. We took the buys. Beautiful. Nice little minor break of structure. Nice break above. As you can see previously, failing the retest here. Broke back above, had a retest, continued higher, came back down lower. And then this year, Chad, like I said, massive volume is going to come in here. Either way, even if it's just a pop and a drop, but the previous weekly high, let me just show you guys quickly. I don't know why. Okay, it's going to the end of the week. Let me just do this quickly for you guys. Let me just do that. Okay, it is showing there. Why is it doing this to us? Labels, symbol, indicators. Okay, but anyways, chat, this here, let me just show you maybe on the hourly. Then you guys can see the previous weekly high. It basically goes all the way to the end of the week. My goodness. It's not going to give us that benefit of the doubt. But anyways, chat, this little black line there was last week's high, Friday. So we know what happens at a previous weekly high. This is the move I expected yesterday. I'm super bullish on gold. And yesterday didn't get it. Today got it. Only kakis we were in those cells as well. Going into the rest of the session, 2-5-10. I think it's going to do its move now. I do think we can potentially come back to 2-5-10, even this daily R1. There's the monthly R1. Kiggs, I don't know, how do you feel about the cells anymore? Do you still like them?
Um,
Monthly R1. could be a
If-
risky play.
For me, I don't. As I said, it's a case of I'm not going to say no to them. But as you did obviously break down we did talk about the buys. We clearly stated that could have become your swing low. As you always talk about buying the first pullback. So we were quite aware of the buys coming in today. But yeah, for me, already at the monthly R1. I mean, it's only Tuesday. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't say the sells are off the table yet.
Yeah, Chad, we knew all-time highs now as well. This was new all-time highs again. So this thing can run. Project G members, just please quickly remind me, Keeks, just remind me what I said. What did I say on Sunday? Please just remind me kindly what did I say? I just want to, if you can just remind me again quickly, Keeks. About gold. What did I say about the selling of gold?
Oh, yeah, guys are going to get nuked though.
What did I say instead of selling? Just
Just buy. Close your eyes and buy, guys. Because again, there's some influencers out here who all-time highs always trying to sell it. And they were getting nuked.
Anyways.
So you keep buying the highs.
All right. Okay. Again, it would have been good advice if I listened to it myself. Hey, Keeks, what are you right? If I actually said.
To be fair, but don't you didn't listen was because of the strategy. It's the same thing we've had with the T2. Like that's the strategy. You have to follow it.
Anyways, Chad. No, guys. So no, not to be funny, and it happens. But the strategy was valid. Ed was sitting here this morning. Keeks was both of them were sitting next to me, and I showed them the trade, and I said I'm actually executing on it now. And as much as I'm bullish, that trade was purely to try and get the pullback. But on Sunday, I told the guys and I said, listen, this is we in a multi-year bull market on gold. Just wait for the pullbacks. Just wait for price to pull back. Rather buy than looking for sells. But it's fine. It is fine. We take it on the chin. We keep it moving. Could have been a lot worse, Chad. If we didn't take this, then it would have been tough. But we've basically used less than half a bullet, so that's fine. That's fine. Just want to check something here, Keeks. Keeks, I'm going to throw on your screen quickly. I just want to see US 30. All right, US 30. Okay, starting to pull back. Nasdaq, there it's back inside of the Asia range. I know what Keegan and the boys were looking at here. This is a strat that Keegan. This is how Keegan did that 70k month with the grubbers. For you guys that don't know, the Project G guys know exactly what's happening here. I'm just going to zoom it out for you. You know already what's happening here. Where's Outlook? Just want to check here quickly. Just want to check quickly. Okay, Keeks, I think for me, that is if you can give us your wrap up here of the morning.
Yeah, I think Nasdaq, US30 not quite there yet. When we look at it, not really giving us anything to really take home yet. Nearly there, but not yet. Nasdaq is playing along to the grabber kick. Would have been quite a beautiful one. I mean, you would have decently been up now. Let's see for you guys. Yeah, you would have been chilling. Almost at your TP. Almost, I'd say you could have been basically break even on the trade already now. So yeah, quite an interesting one. But again, we're looking very, very nicely for this one. Obviously targeting quite nice. You can definitely get your 1 to 3. As we say, possibly even a bit lower. So it can be a nice one. But gold, yeah, guys, not that I don't trade gold. I'm not gonna just double up on something. Chris caught the move. We spoke about this. This was the area it needed to get under. It failed holding these lows here. You guys can see this here straight off the rip. So there you can see that level held perfectly on the market. And again, that break over there, I can't even remember where you got in, but I think this would have been the perfect, literally your buy continuation. There was a fail.
I got it in
bang,
25.06.
25, so literally just under it. But on the 15, you can see literally there's Chris's entry criteria. You guys know this. Would have still been a super clean trade. And again, aiming for the R1. Oh yeah, let me just put that. Yeah, so that for me was the move. So it's not a case of not trying to trade. It's just, yeah, if you look there and you even target in there, that's already a 1 to 3. So super good trade there today for the guys that took advantage of it. But yeah, not going to force anything. You guys always hear me say it, per trade, per market, everything like that. There's always one valid trade. This is clearly the valid trade for the session. So no point in wasting your time here. I'd rather come back New York and see what you can catch then.
Chad, go check. It's past the date. I'm gonna drop the weekly prep call for you guys in the chat to go and watch it. Go and check it out. The other members already got the advantage. There's the weekly prep call we did on Sunday night with the members. Go and check the analysis playing out beautifully.
Also, you just dropped it there for everyone now.
It's only that video.
Oh.
Yeah. We already at target. We already said on Sunday all of the targets have already been met on gold.
Not the others, but that's alright.
No, US 30 for me.
Okay,
yeah.
still playing out.
Okay, if you guys were quick, you got the link. The link is gone. If you were too slow for the link, those that got the link for those 3 seconds, you got it. If you didn't get it, you didn't get it. Chad, but yeah, analysis. You can even just go on Monday morning session analysis. Everything now currently playing out to the T. And now it's just a case of how do we execute for the rest of the day. Going to be an interesting firecracker. But Chad, that is the session. Let me see BGI Kribo. Especially have a full-time job. Plan a routine, plan out tasks, try start new things. How accurate is your pivot points on higher? 2 weeks ago, so I'm still new. No, it's very accurate, my brother. It's what's the name? Indicator. So we don't calculate it by hand. It's all done automatically. So there's no human error. Chat 3 p.m. We will see you guys. It is Keegan's up 1-0. I'm down 0.3% on the week. Let's see how we bring it. Keegs, you're up 1%, eh?
On what?
The week.
On the week.
Just 1-1.
So it's 1.2. But
1.2.
I mean, maybe we could say 1.
So firecrackers coming a little bit later this afternoon. I think it's going to be a biggie, especially with what's happening in the markets. Dollar now giving its last breath. So, Chad, we will see you guys 3 p.m. Peace and love, baby. Cheers.
Nice. Should I let it go? You said that it would change, but you're going home and I'm losing hope. Ba-da-da-da-da. But you would never know that I'm still afraid the things you say are adding numbers to my days. What if you told yourself things would never be the same? feel the ticking in my ears. No, is it near the end? Fade out till I disappear. No, 'cause look the other way. Only you face to face. Words they float away when I'm losing the race. 'Cause I can't play this game. 'Cause I'm still afraid the things you say. Hiding numbers to my days. What if you doubt yourself? Things will never be the same.
Stop the time, 'cause I wanna freeze this moment. Make it mine, hold you close. Now my heart's wide open. When I'm with you, side